So you want to plan a trip to the US. It can feel, well, impossible, right? There's this list of the 50 best places to visit, but honestly, a list that long doesn't really help you decide anything. So that's what we're going to do here. We've broken it all down to help you find the one trip that's actually perfect for you. I mean, it's a huge question, isn't it? Think about it. The United States is almost the size of the entire continent of Europe, with landscapes that go from Hawaiian volcanoes all the way to Alaskan glaciers. With so much to see, the hardest part is just figuring out where to even begin. Okay, so here's our solution. We've boiled down that massive list into just 4 essential kinds of American adventures. 4 totally distinct travel styles that really get to the heart of what makes this country so amazing. The only real question left is, which one of these is calling your name?
All right, first up for all you nature lovers out there. You know who you are, the ones who hear the call of the wild. America's natural wonders, they are absolutely legendary, and we're about to dive into exactly why.
Let's start with the absolute titans. So you've got Yellowstone, which, by the way, wasn't just a park. It was the world's first national park. What a revolutionary idea, right? To say, hey, this nature, it's worth protecting. But where Yellowstone is all about these incredible geothermal wonders, Zion gives you a totally different vibe. Instead of looking down into a canyon, you're on the floor looking up, just surrounded by these massive red rock cliffs. And then there's the Grand Canyon. I mean, this place is on a whole other level. It's so huge, it literally creates its own weather. How crazy is that?
And the diversity, it is just staggering. I mean, in one country, you can go from Death Valley, the lowest, driest, hottest place on the continent, where you've got these shimmering sand dunes right next to snow-capped mountains. And then you can jet all the way up to the Arctic tundra of Denali in Alaska. It's home to the tallest mountain in North America and a ton of grizzly bears. It's truly a land of incredible extremes.
Okay, but America isn't just about the wilderness, right? So, from the wild, let's head to the wired. This next adventure is for all you urban explorers, the people who feed off the energy of iconic skylines and buzzing street life. You've probably heard this slogan, "Keep Austin Weird." And let me tell you, it's not just some clever marketing. It is the absolute soul of Austin, Texas. Yeah, it's the live music capital of the world for sure, but it's also a place where you can go stand on a downtown bridge at sunset and watch 1.5 million bats fly out. It's different, in the best way. And then, of course, you have the absolute legends. There's New York City, so iconic it feels familiar, even if you've never set foot there. You've got Chicago with its towering skyscrapers and that incredible live jazz and blues scene. Then there's Vegas, just this dazzling explosion of light and sound right in the middle of the desert. And oh man, New Orleans, a city with a rhythm and soul that's completely its own. Music literally just pours out of the doorways and onto the streets. All right, so from the buzz of the modern city, we're going to take a trip back in time. This third journey is for the history buffs out there, anyone who wants to stand in the exact spots where the American story unfolded. You know, American history is really written right onto the landscape. You can head to St. Augustine and walk the same streets as the nation's oldest European settlers, or go to Santa Fe, where that Spanish colonial past feels so present. Then there's Philadelphia. You can literally feel the weight of history in the room where the Declaration of Independence was signed. And you can stand in Charleston Harbor, looking out at Fort Sumter, and just imagine the sound of the first shots of the Civil War ringing out. But maybe no single monument captures that sweep of American history quite like Mount Rushmore. I mean, those 4 presidents, they weren't just picked out of a hat. Each one represents a huge chapter in the nation's story. Washington for its birth, Jefferson for its growth, Teddy Roosevelt for its development, and of course, Lincoln for its preservation. Okay, for final journey, we are heading to the coast. This one's for the sun seekers. You know, the traveler who thinks the perfect vacation absolutely has to include sand, sunshine, and the sound of waves crashing. And wow, the American coastline has a personality for just about every mood you can imagine. You can get that high-energy Art Deco glamour of Miami's South Beach, or the super chill, laid-back surf and taco vibe of San Diego. Or maybe you want that classic, quaint, lighthouse-dotted charm of Cape Cod. Or you can go for the rugged, untamed beauty of the Outer Banks, where wild horses literally still roam free on the beaches. But some coastlines are way more than just one place. Take the Florida Keys. It's like a whole other world down there. This long chain of over 1,000 islands just stretching out into the ocean. And you drive this legendary overseas highway connecting them, and you can find a totally quiet, secluded spot or a wild, nonstop party, sometimes just a couple of islands apart. It really is a choose-your-own-adventure kind of place. And of course, you can't talk about American coastlines without talking about the ultimate island paradise, Hawaii. Yeah, it's famous for the perfect waves, the volcanic beaches, but what makes Hawaii so incredibly special is its soul. It's a place where you can really feel the deep, deep roots of its indigenous Polynesian culture. It's in the music, the traditions, and that amazing spirit of aloha. Okay, so after that whirlwind tour, let's bring it all back to what really matters, your perfect trip. So, who are you? I mean, what kind of traveler are you really? Are you the nature lover, just craving the quiet majesty of a national park? Maybe you're the urban explorer who just comes alive in the heart of a big, bustling city. Or are you the history buff who really wants to connect with the past? Or hey, maybe you're the sun seeker and you're just ready for that perfect beach getaway. See, when you stop thinking about where to go and start thinking about how you want to travel, that huge list of 50 places suddenly doesn't seem so overwhelming. That gigantic map of America, it becomes a map of possibilities. So the only real question left is, what are you going to discover first?